Hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. It's me, Fiery Grace the Gifted. I'm here with a reading for those of you who have very strongly sensed the energy of karmic completions that has been present all month long. Some of you may watch this later, um, and this is a really, really important thing if you are watching this at a later date or you decide to come back and watch this at a later date. Check your phone, check your emails, check your camera roll, text messages, check to see what was going on this month of August in 2020. Because even if you're watching this like a year from now, there are some really specific things in all of our lives that we are going to need to really take a look at and figure out what have we really been working through. There are going to be some important answers that come through, and I think it's helpful to know how to reflect back on a time for those of you who think maybe your memory's not the best, right? Okay. So, but for those of you who are here, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here with me. I was about to go to bed and I knew I wanted to do a reading this weekend, but you guys know I struggle to do reading, like karmic readings, not because, well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't like how the twin flame community is trained to assess karmic situations. And so it's very challenging to come up against that energy. So this will be a members only chat for those of you who are here live. Thank you, by the way, for all of you who have joined. I'm going to bless and shuffle. While you're here, let me know where you're at. Let me know also, when's your birthday? You don't have to tell me your year, but when's your birthday? That's what I'd like to know. I don't know why, but I've been having fun getting to know you guys more and more as I go back and read the chats and stuff. So, where are you and when's your birthday? That's what I'd like to know. All right. Wow. Hmm. Right away, we see that this energy was all about us being able to actually pinpoint what needs to be cleared out of our lives. It was giving us the chance to take the time that we refuse to take out of fear, worry, doubt, maybe even, feelings of inadequacy. But whatever it is, we were afraid to really assess our current situation, especially with all the work we've already done, because we kind of had a feeling we knew what was supposed to be removed, and we didn't want to really take the time to figure out the best way to go about doing so. And unfortunately, that put us in a very weird stalemate energy, which some of you may have been in for a while. Okay. So, what do we need to know? Oh, okay. It's a time of renewal. Oh my gosh. Review and evaluate a favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. So I guess it worked. I guess. Oh man. Okay. Oh man. What do we need to know about this? We need to learn all there is to know about a topic. So we've been procrastinating, we've been avoiding something, and now it's time to assess facts and to go and learn everything we need to know. And for some reason, this one's come up. What do we got? Oh, look at that. 10 of Pentacles and Death, the release. Okay, so we've seen even the 10 of Cups. And you know what I saw when I noticed it was with the Queen of Pentacles, or sorry, the Queen of Swords, was that 11 energy, right? We started with 11. And it came out and basically said, like, if you want a life where you can trust the people in your life and be content in your relationships and feel good about your family, and if you want that, then make it, create it. it's not just going to come to you. If it's not already there, there's a reason. And you need to figure out what's going on to make it happen. This is big. This is big. Okay. Not even, whoa. I feel like you guys are going to tell me not to do this. Oh my gosh. Oh, I want to put these cards aside so bad. All right, I have to. I'm not a tarot reader, so I'm just going to put those right here. I don't know why yet. I'm following my instincts. Okay, sorry. I don't even think I showed you this whole. Okay. Wow. Did you see that? Oh man, I hope some of you saw the 1 + 4 is 5, but even the image, that the colors, that's weird. That was weird. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Listen. You have been holding yourself back. And there needed to be a merging of your power and your intuition. And you know what? Remember, this so far is about both counterparts. And that's where even here you see both divine feminine, divine masculine. Okay? You see both in the image, or I guess that's better. Okay? And then you also saw the high priestess and the magician. To me, that says when you merge this, your spiritual beliefs are going to change, and you need to be ready for that. A part of the karmic completion that's occurring is you letting go of things that are not healthy for you. This is wild. What do we got? Oh my gosh. The sword of truth. This is crazy. Look at this. This is crazy. Okay. One more. Oh, my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. 4 times 4 is 16. It's a it's a multiplicity. The healing energy is so expansive. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. While you're working to heal one thing and your divine counterpart is working to heal another thing, everything you're all doing is setting up the foundation. The next 4 months leading into 2021, dude, you think 2020 is crazy. And again, I know that it's kind of like crazy scary. 2021 is going to be crazy, but in a very, very good way. But there's going to be so much change. 2020 brought about the collapse. That's why it felt like, oh my gosh. As we rebuild with what's left and what we decided we're going to keep and take into 2021, we're thinking, oh, everything's going to stabilize. No, it's going to be crazy next year, but in such a good way because you're aware. And almost like 2020 was like boot camp. This is wild, okay? Oh my gosh, this is wild. Oh my gosh, okay. All right, what do we got here? Wow. It is the Queen of Wands, but look at what it's called. The Power Lodge of the Pipes. It's about getting things flowing. Look at the flow. Look at the image. It's about getting things flowing. Clearing out the pipes, if you will. Inappropriate. All right, what's back here? And the Ace of Pentacles. It's 11. Okay. So, Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. I know what to do now. Wait, you can't see it. Hold on. I want you to be able to see it. Hold on. I'm going to do that again. I want you to be able to see what I do so that you guys know. You guys know how I am about these cards. Because the energy isn't going to change. This is where we're going to be for this reading. Oh my gosh, Divine Masculine, what happened? See, Divine Feminines, I never know what's really up with you, because it's like we are always our worst critics sometimes. Like, some of us have gotten past that and we're not so hard on ourselves, but we're always watching. We're very aware of who we are and how our energy impacts the world around us. So we're always working on those things. So I never really know what the Divine Feminines are going through or working on sometimes, because it's like, it could be anything, right? You're always trying to make everything better. The Divine Masculines, they're usually kind of on a one track. And so I'm like, what is the Divine Masculine doing right now with this energy? That's 20 and 21, by the way. 20. Okay, focus, Grace. I am drawn to you. Come here. Alrighty. So we need to see a little story, and then we'll get our final understanding of what this means. But let's read a story together, okay? Page of Swords, 3 of Cups, King of Cups, 9 of Swords, Page of Pentacles. This is a dope. I knew I was supposed to take this out. Okay. Okay, here's what we've got. The Divine Masculine. And I'm going to tell you something before I start this. Some of you may not need to watch this reading right now. And if you've already been I tell you guys all the time, if I feel that, it's usually if you're feeling impatient and you're like, Grace, just get to it, don't watch it right now. Wait till you're ready to be patient and allow the messages to flow, because you may already have something in mind that you're telling yourself to look for, some specific answer, and it's like, no, you need to open your mind and be willing and ready to receive everything. The reason I don't timestamp my readings for when they start is because everything I say when I first start the reading will show up throughout the reading. And if you skip that, then you will miss the significance of the syncs. Some of you might have just gotten here halfway through and not heard me say some of the things I said, like here, here, and here, whereas other people are going to go, whoa, wow, you're going to miss that. So just be aware, okay? That's why I do the things I do. All right, now I'm going to start. The Divine Masculine is not the only one who has been dealing with karma, karmics, whatever you want to call it. You guys know the reason I'm so weird about labels before I even got into spiritual or anything like is because I am multi-ethnic. I am a multiracial individual, and I cannot stand when people try to tell me what I am. It gets really annoying. And so I'm already like that. And then when I get into this and I see how people talk about the karmic or karmic things and all that, it's so nasty and negative sometimes, and it's so toxic, and it hurts my feelings, okay? It does, it just does. So it hurts me to say to you, because I know I'm going to get some backlash for it, but I'll deal with it when it comes, that you as the Divine Feminines may have been also involved in karmic situations, whether it's a person, place, thing, or otherwise. This is a 5D bit of insight we're getting, which means this could very well be talking about both counterparts. Your job is to figure out and differentiate between your Divine Masculine's energy and your own. Okay? All right. So I'm going to focus on the Divine Masculine, but I'm going to slip some in for the feminine, just so you know. If you're here, like this video if you think other people need to see this, because somebody's going to need to get in when we get here. All right. The Divine Masculine has been in a space of trying to figure out why they're not ready. Divine Feminine sound familiar? Why am I not ready for union? Why am I not ready for a relationship or a partner? Why am I not ready for my purpose? Why am I not ready to get to know myself more? Why don't I know myself already? Why do I always feel like the other shoe is going to drop and something's going to go wrong? Why am I always so afraid? Why am I always so critical? Why is my mind so clouded? Why do I struggle so much to focus on the right things? This was the purpose of the karmic thing, person, place, etc. Remember, a karmic does not have to be some person doing, oh my gosh, you guys with the black magic and the witchcraft, I am not the right person to help you with that, because I'm so beyond that kind of stuff in terms of my understanding of my own power and how I receive that power and that protection from God, that if you don't know what I know already and I try to tell you, you're probably not going to listen to me anyways, just from what I've experienced. But I'm just letting you know, this is going far beyond any outside entity trying to stop you. Yes, it happens, but not the way that you think. And those people that you might call a karmic, there may be no magic involved whatsoever. It might just be a part of someone's journey. It might just be a part of someone's experience that they needed to be with some person. And no matter your opinion of that person, place, thing, job, situation, whatever, just because you've decided to slap the karmic label onto them doesn't mean that they are what you think they are. What if I told you that if you believe you're a twin flame and you believe that person is a twin flame, that person that they're dealing with or that job or what is could very well be a part of their twin flame journey, down to the karmic being a twin flame as well? Are you really supporting the twin flame collective if you call someone karmic and put that energy out about them what if they're really a twin flame? They might not be your twin flame's twin flame, but what if they are a twin flame? See? All right. The confidence had to come through this karmic situation, through this tough time, through this confusion, through this, some cases, darkness. In some cases, darkness, okay? Not all cases, but some. So they went through a period of being almost like left in the fog. They went through a period of feeling completely shaken, and you know when people be like, I'm shook, everything shook them. And I'm gonna tell you something, no one likes to feel that way. The divine masculine did not handle that well. The divine masculine took that and they said, something must be wrong with me, or I gotta man up, even if they're not men. Not all divine masculines are men. Not, you don't have to be in a gay or lesbian or otherwise relationship to be like, have the roles reversed. You can have a, cis heteronormative relationship and still have the guy be the divine feminine and vice versa. So again, be careful with all that. Your job is to figure out when that person says in their mind, man up, it's just because that's their idea of masculinity, whether it's real or true or not. And that's how they felt in that moment. Is just push through, do it. Get over it. Just figure it out. Arr. And every time they failed, it was like, what's wrong with you, failure? And it's heavy. There's no empathy in this place. So I want to say, divine feminine, even, where were you maybe lacking empathy for yourself or others, for your divine counterpart, or somehow in your own situation? Not really being able to take a moment. I know this might sound crazy, but some of you have gotten so detached from yourself and feel so out of character and out of place. Why am I about to cry? Relax. That you can't even put yourself in your own shoes. You can't even be empathetic to yourself. This period, this karmic completion, had to directly address the question that you have about why you are good enough, why you are here, what your purpose is, and why you have everything you need to achieve it and experience it in your fullness. That's what this started. And there came points where you were amazing. Divine showed you Divine. Oh, I see people dancing. Isn't there's a Luther Vandross song, right? Dance with My Father. And I just kind of see, like, me, I might call my God daddy, divine, Abba Father, and it's like, imagine dancing with God. Imagine a slow dance or like a bebop, skidoo wop wop. But imagine the joy, no matter how, whatever the dance is. Samba, chata, whatever it is. Can you imagine dancing with divine? These were moments, pockets of joy here and there. These are moments where you're getting contact. These are moments where you really feel strongly like, oh my gosh, union is right around the corner. Why? Because a lot of us in the twin flame community put so much value into union that anytime we have a good feeling, we automatically assume, oh, finally, the heaviness has lifted. I'm going into union now. But really, this was about letting you see all the different parts of yourself and how valuable and important they were, helping you get grounded in who you really are, helping you set up your foundation. There's that number 4. You had to celebrate yourself and the divine masculine. And I know this is going to sound a little bit to some people, but just hear me out before you make a judgment, okay? In some cases, the divine masculine needed to be in the situation with the karmic person, place, thing, situation, etc., because that person didn't care enough about them to harp on them about things like getting to know themselves, doing the right thing on their journey, staying focused, and blah, 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 like we as divine feminines might be more apt to do. Had Mr. Lightwork, let's say, been with some random girl or a bunch of random girls rather than being with me, for whatever period, that may have been required so that these people who didn't really give a crap anyways, and so it never really was that deep, could just kind of, keep him positive and keep him going while he was just doing his thing and trying to get better and become who he needed to be. Whereas if he had been with me the whole time, maybe I would have been like, hey, come on, we got a journey here. Come on, man. Why aren't you caught up yet? What are you doing? Come on, what are you doing? Come on, let's go. So sometimes there's a reason for it beyond what you want to admit or acknowledge. Because some of you are not going to feel that way and you're never going to be like that. You're going to let your person flow. But others of you know fully well that you get really, really, especially when it's about like purpose and your passion, you get really passionate about it. You get a little extra, okay? And you may have very well done the opposite of what your person needed. This is why every person's journey is unique and separation is not a requirement. Separation is a myth, but it's also not a requirement on the twin flame journey. You're never truly separated from the person anyways, because, well, that's, all right, Grace, pull back. But also, even when you think that it's required, it may not be. But if it is required, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with your dynamic. There's nothing wrong with your counterpart. There's nothing wrong. The right thing was already designed to happen. And we've all, as a collective, been getting to know ourselves in a way that we could appreciate ourselves more. That we could love ourselves more for who we really are. And something happened in the middle of this where we began to experience a very strong sense of self, this self-assuredness, this emotionally balanced, self-assured, purposeful momentum that came from a place of being seated. It's like you cannot drive your car, you cannot ghost ride the whip everywhere you go. Sometimes you have to get in, buckle your seatbelt, settle into the car, and ride. And that is what I think we've been trying to, or what's been trying to kind of get through to us. But when you go through boot camp, remember, yes, they're training you and they're building you up and they're showing you your skills and helping you figure out what you're really good at and all of that. But they're also tearing you apart, because that's the only way to get into those deeper, innermost parts of who you are and get the crap out. Some of you might feel gutted. Your divine masculines might feel gutted. I know I have felt that way from time to time, and I know Mr. Lightwork has too. Watch a video, hear something that really convicts you about yourself, and you're like, oh my gosh, I am the worst. And then it's like, wait, why did I say that to myself? Oh man, no, oh my God, I'm supposed to be learning to be positive. You know, and you go into this spiral of, all because it just was so overwhelming. And you thought you were good, and you thought you were proud of yourself, and you really thought you were gaining your confidence, and then something happened and it broke you. But it was supposed to be the final straw. It was supposed to, I don't know why, but I just saw breaking the glass ceiling. And I know that's another concept, but that's what I see. I see a barrier that was unseen, and the only way to break it was to break you. You're like a supernova. You just, but now you've gone from a space of being completely terrified to knowing I don't have all the answers. I'm not perfect, but I know who I am. I at least know that. I want to be better. And I need to learn to love and accept myself. And so on my journey, as I endeavor forward with this new opportunity and this newfound sense of confidence, of self-control, self-esteem, self-worth, all the selves, I'm going to treat myself better than I ever have before, better than I ever would have, wearing my heart and my confidence on my sleeve. No, I'm going to hold it. I'm going to cherish it. You know, for me, and I think a lot of you who are like Christian, or maybe if you have a similar like view in your spiritual belief or like religious belief, but a lot of you really will find your confidence in being able to say, I know whose I am. I know I am a child of God. And having the Father of the universe as my daddy makes me like so set. I'm good. But we had to learn that first. We had to remind ourselves of it when we felt like we had gotten too far away. We had to think about the story of the prodigal and realize Daddy will always be there waiting with open arms. You're never too far. See, this experience with the karmic situation, with the karmic person, place, thing, whatever, was not meant to show you just how, I don't know, how bad you are. I don't know. I feel like people take this stuff the wrong way. It was meant to show you everything about yourself, the stubborn things, the things that scared you and overwhelmed you, and the things that would trip you up in the long run. It was meant to reveal everything. So guess what? If this is what we've all been going through spiritually, you want to know why your divine masculine's been so weird and ghosty and, either no contact, or if they're in your life, they're flaky, or, maybe if you're in a third party situation, you feel almost like they keep going back and forth. And then you start to wonder, are they just toying with me? Probably not. In some cases, sure, right? I cannot pinpoint everything, but it's because this is what they're going through inside. They're going through these shifts and changes that help them understand who they really are, help them find their confidence, help them believe in what's to come. This is a big deal. Now I kind of understand why there's this need to have this renewal, this need to draw your sword of truth and figure out what am I really talking about when I tell myself all these lies that I'm not good enough and I'm not smart, or I don't even know sometimes the things we tell ourselves, the lies we tell ourselves, the lies other people tell us that we believe because we don't know who we are. This had to happen this way. It did. But guess what? You know what's healing? I'm going to read this from a little book too. You guys know I love this little medicine woman tarot. What's healing is our ability to let things flow properly. Look at this. You kind of see You know, divine masculine and divine feminine, like divine masculine is outside of this energy, divine feminine is inside. There's this kind of overlapping of worlds happening. It's allowing us to step into our power. All right, hold on. What is the power lodge of the pipes? Radiate energy that empowers. Oh my gosh. Do you know what, like, one of the main purposes of this was? So that rather than radiating fear, I got chills. Oh my gosh. Rather than radiating fear, radiating, what is that? What is that called? Like self-doubt? Rather than radiating all this just yucky, negative, no. Instead, you could radiate energy that empowers people. Your divine masculine, or whoever, you may be a divine masculine watching this, and maybe you're thinking about your divine feminine, but your counterpart may not have been able or allowed into your space because all they were radiating was energy of negativity. Energy that was going to tear you down and tear you apart. Some of your counterparts were in boot camp and you already went through boot camp and you did not need to go back through boot camp. Imagine being like a freaking general and then being like, come back to boot camp. And you're like, what? Imagine how everyone would be looking at you and how you'd be looking at everybody else in the boot camp, feeling crazy. Getting drawn into, you know, boot camp hijinks and stuff that was fun when you were in boot camp the first time, but probably not really, didn't feel good, didn't feel appropriate, maybe feel a little weird and childish now. You were not meant to be a part of whatever they had going on because it wasn't the energy for you. But if you were going through your own boot camp, it might have been the same thing. You might have needed to go through your own growth experience without impacting their energy. Again, this reading is going to resonate more for people who have been in separation or no contact, or even some form of like pseudo union where things have clearly not been where they should be. And I want you to see that it was about helping you humbly accept whose you are, what you're meant to do here, and really be able to see exactly where you're able, exactly where you have the ability to do so without the fear and the self-sabotage that continues to plague you until you go through this process, without that ruining everything, without that wasting your time. This was all love, y'all. So let's get this. This is kind of like the end message, and this is going to focus mostly on the divine masculine, okay? So what do we need to understand? I think that, you know, if we're divine feminines and we're trying to support our divine counterpart, if we are really trying to do our best not to interfere, but also need to know, like, can I be there? Should I be there? Should I just let it go? Like, what's happening here? Because I definitely have had my own karmic completions, right? But I'm worried about them, like, not completing enough of their stuff. Like, where do I fit into this with this person? So let's find out. First, what do we need to know about what's being healed? Wow, 2 of Pentacles. This is this gathering of resources. Hold on a second. You know, this is weird because this is the divine masculine and training card in when I use my other decks. But in this deck, it is a divine feminine. But hold on. Focus, Grace. 2 stones. Reflect on potential use of resources. So this is not just about gathering. That's the next step. The next step is gather together that which is needed. And the first step before we got here with the divine masculine experience, which I believe we saw the Ace of Pentacles, did we? Maybe not. I don't know. Was crystallize the idea of prosperity. See, they could never fully form this concrete idea of a prosperous life, of a happy life, of a life with their family, with someone they could trust, a partnership that was worth working on. They could never really experience that. Because unfortunately, as much as they wanted to, They did not have the confidence. They didn't believe it was possible for them. So this was all about helping them to crystallize the idea of prosperity. Here's that single pentacle. Now they're healing and reflecting on their potential use of resources, looking at what they have now, looking at what they have access to, looking at what is natural for them. Remember, it's about being empowering. And next, they're going to start getting everything together. Some of you may want to take a moment, if it resonates for you, and this is something that it's just kind of a part of my ministry, because my divine masculine, if you're new to my channel, I'm in union. My divine masculine is Mr. Lightwork, the enlighteneDM. He has a channel here on YouTube. Some of you, I found him first and then come to my channel. So hello, what's up? So if you haven't been here for a while, this will be new. But if you have, you know that Mr. Lightwork is so the King of Pentacles. And most of our divine masculines, in some way, shape, or form, have basically told us that the reason they cannot be in a relationship with us, or the reason they're not ready yet, or the reason that they don't fully commit, the reason they don't fully focus, whatever it is because of their idea that they have to be in a position like the King of Pentacles. They have to have everything together. They have to be completely prosperous, which is such a divine masculine thing to think. Because they think it's all about provide and protect, provide and protect. If I don't have the kingdom and the finances, I can't provide and protect. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to do that? And so if you resonate with that and you're like, yeah, my divine masculine is like that. That is kind of where our problems are. That is why we're still not really where we need to be. Or look, that's shifting, because they're starting fresh on that journey, and they're no longer going to become the King of Pentacles that is rigid, because that's where that was the track a lot of them were on the way to being really mean. The King of Pentacles without the Queen of Pentacles is awful, super toxic, super negative, very haughty, just no. But the King of Pentacles with the Queen, there's something about her energy that he's beautiful. She does something to him. And so your divine masculine was on the track to becoming the King of Pentacles without you. But now they're starting fresh, so just keep that in mind. And they may still feel like they need to get a couple more steps under their belt before they're really ready to, but they're starting to really see the value of having basically their heart outside themselves. That's what you are to them. This is wild. Okay, so we see that what's being healed is, now that they see prosperity as possible, they're starting to really consider how they can use what they've got. This is about them. This is a gift assessment, okay? A favorable assessment of the facts. They're no longer assessing things from a place of fear and negativity. They're assessing things from a place of factual data and truth. This is important, because this is a divine masculine who is losing the illusion, okay? And that's what we saw back here, all right? So what does that mean in the 5D for both of us, right? For all of us. This is crazy, because this is back here. This is what I just said. This is crazy. Okay, so, and all those eights. What's this? The ace of, I forgot this. You guys, I forgot that the Ace of Pentacles was back here. Okay, so, and the makes so much more sense now. Oh man, the only way oh my gosh, it's all freaking coming together. The only way this was gonna work is if they believed that it was possible for them to have a beautiful life. And the way that happened was they were given a new hope, an energy of excitement, and the idea of a really vibrant and beautiful life. That allowed them to start to radiate that positive energy to where if you guys were to come together, it would actually work. I understand that people like to talk about the whole positive and negative polarity of the divine counterparts, where the DF is positive, the DM is negative. I get it too, like with the symbols. I get all that. But I want you to understand that just because they might come like be on the negative polarity, that doesn't mean they can't be positive, happy people. You know, it doesn't mean they won't radiate good things, okay? And this person is finally there. And now that they realize they have that potential and the ability to be kind and excited, they looked at you and thought that you were crazy. And then when they really started to see that you were authentic and you weren't just crazy or stupid, they were like, wow, I really admire this person, but there's no way I will ever be that great. A lot of these DMs think I will never love you like you love me. And it's not because they don't want to. They don't think they're capable. This is the shift. Now that they've seen that they can experience prosperity and it's something they're sure of, now they can start to think about how to use the resources. And the way that that's going to change things is we're finally going to start to work in this kind of energy of perfecting self, right? It's the awakening, it's the enlightenment, it's the journey. They're finally going to put it to the test, put themselves to the test, focus, do the right thing, learn all there is to know about prosperity and abundance and living a beautiful life, rather than just shutting it down and calling you crazy because you believe in something that they don't understand. Oh my gosh. So, the final message, what does this mean in the grand scheme of things? Why are we getting this message about these karmic completions occurring and kind of learning why they had to happen? What's shifting now that those completions have occurred? Wow. You have to see the positive. You had to experience all of this so that you would be able to assess things in a more favorable way, see things in a more powerful space and in a energy of the flow, so that you could stop mourning, turn around and focus on what still stands. You want to know why we always felt so inadequate in the areas that we felt that way? Because we were mourning the loss of something that we assumed we would never have, or that we assumed wasn't for us, or that we assumed we would never experience. You don't have to mourn anymore. I don't want to hurt anymore. Ooh, hold on. Let's read the lyrics to that song. Hold on. Oh my gosh. I'm hearing the lyrics in my head. Hold on a second. I'm gonna read you some lyrics, okay, guys? Okay. I actually know all the words to this song, but I only know how to sing it. I don't know how to say it, so I'm just gonna read it. Here's the words. Ready? Share my life. Take me for what I am, because I'll never change all my colors for you. Take my love. I'll never ask for too much, just all that you are and everything that you do. I don't really need to look very much further. I don't want to have to go where you don't follow. I won't hold it back again, this passion inside. I can't run from myself. There's nowhere to hide. But don't make me close one more door. I don't want to hurt anymore. Stay in my arms if you dare, or must I imagine you there? Don't walk away from me. I have nothing if I don't have you. Hold on, one last part. You see through right to the heart of me. You break down my walls with the strength of your love. I never knew love like I've known it with you. Will a memory survive, one I can hold on to? Your love I'll remember forever. Don't you dare walk away from me. I have nothing if I don't have you. See, this is how the divine masculines feel. This is how the divine feminines feel. We have all been in mourning. We have all just said, listen, I just need you so much. And divine has been trying to say, that's not true. I'm your everything. I'm your all. You have everything because you are mine. But that love that you're experiencing, once you get into a place where you are humble rather than fearful, you will no longer look at that person with longing. You will look at that person with knowing, and you will trust that what's meant to be will be, and when your time comes, it will be perfect in that moment. But until then, you are working. Until then, you are letting go of what didn't happen the way you wanted it to happen. You're not going to keep sitting there in misery. And you're going to start to assess what you can do with what you have now, even if it just feels like one little thing. It's the mustard seed. It's the acorn. It's whatever you need it to be. But it's time. It's about time. Oh, man. Let me, hold on. I know this isn't this deck, but I just want to look at this. Wow. This is let go of your gift of love. Wow. It's saying stop holding it back. Some of you, including the divine counterparts, may be holding back the love you're supposed to be sharing and experiencing with the world because maybe you're waiting on your counterpart, right? You're waiting on union. You're waiting till your money's right. You're waiting till your gifting's right. You're waiting till you have this many subscribers on your channel or this many followers on your IG. You're waiting until you have this or that. And it's saying, stop holding back. That was from the very beginning. Remember when we talked about the power? Oh man, see, oh man. If you just got here, you need to watch this reading from the beginning. How long is it? Oh, it's not even one of my longest readings either, and I'm done. So that's great. I'm gonna just pull one stone here. You guys, I told you I made runes specifically just for these readings because all the runes, like look at these, look at this little rune set. It's so tiny. Oh man, maybe this wasn't the right one to do this with. But do you see like how tiny this is? And so it's like really hard sometimes to show you guys the images. So I made this other rune set. I have these over here because I was supposed to show you guys those anyways. All right, focus, Grace. So what do we need to know? What do we need to understand about the karmic completions, as well as these karmic situations that we may have been misjudging, misunderstanding, applying energy that was a little unhealthy or toxic to when we shouldn't have? What do we need to know? The divine masculine. Hold on. I think I need one more message about that. What about the divine masculine? What do we need to understand? The divine masculine was receiving psychic insights, deeper downloads, getting to know themselves. They had to go on their own journey down the yellow brick road. They had to gain their confidence. They had to see things from a new perspective. But they were never far away from you. Those things had to happen, and it was never to punish you or hurt you. It was never because you did anything wrong. The divine masculine simply needed to do what they needed to do so that when the time came, they were finally ready to be who they needed to be for you, but also for them. And those people, places, things, those karmic situations that you swear up and down were not meant for them, you might want to talk to God about that, divine source, spirit, universe, whatever you call it. Because I'm sure if you go talk to God about their plan, his plan, whatever you want to call it, again, you gonna realize, well, that doesn't make any sense, does it? Where did I get that idea that nothing was going according to the plan, or that, you know, just because they were with someone or something or at a job or had a car or whatever that I deemed karmic that took them away from me and my plans, that it must have been evil? Why did I assume that just because someone decided to pick someone other than me, that it must be black magic? Why did I do that? And then why didn't I take a moment to realize that that's probably not it? The divine masculine has changed in ways that you have no idea about, but also in ways that you knew all along they would. They needed this, and so did you. Well, okie dokie. This was crazy. I feel a little bit loopy. Okay, so hi guys, how you doing? It's me, Fiery Grace the Gifted. Hello, hello. I'm an intuitive life strategist here on YouTube. Gonna lose the accent now. And I say welcome. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. You're dope. You're super mega dope, as Mr. Lightwork would say. If you want to hang out, here's my socials. Okay, if you want to hang out, just subscribe to me on YouTube because I don't really do social media like that. So until I have like a social media manager, I'm probably not going to be doing much on here. But that's my Instagram. These are my Facebook pages. I offer long-term coaching, live phone sessions, YouTube readings that are recorded, as well as live, and phone sessions. Offer coaching, business coaching, twin flame coaching, everything you can think of. As it says here, intuitive tools, handmade blessings. This is another rune set. I made a couple pre-made sets. Normally I have all my rune sets are tailored and but I don't know. I just was making a couple extra sets here and there. So these are a couple little sets that are already ready to go. And then the instructions that I make will be tailored to you. So whatever, if you guys are interested, email me if you wanted to inquire about those. I have a website here, thefierygrace.com. All my services are listed there, but also you can find out more about me. So if you've been interested in working with me professionally and you're like, oh, Grace, I see you have, oh, by the way, it's seminar week this weekend. We've got the Living the Dream seminar as well as the YouTube masterclass coming up. And some of you might be like, well, why would I know you got your own YouTube channel, but why would I trust you with blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, you can read more about me on my website. You don't just have to buy stuff from me. You can also keep up and learn a little bit more about me on my site. If you go to Fiery Grace, the MBA, that page will walk you through my academic and professional credentials so that you can just kind of feel a little bit more, because I get it. You're watching stuff on YouTube and it might be one thing to get a reading because you've seen me in action. It might be one thing to order coaching, but to order, to be a part of a seminar, it might be beneficial for you to find out more about why I do what I do. Beyond doing tarot readings, okay? So if you're interested in starting your own YouTube channel, if you're interested in starting a, kind of work from home business or anything like that, check out the website. I've got monthly seminars. I also have long-term coaching. I'm working through the first set of applications right now. But I do expect once I put a video out in the next couple weeks here that I'll probably have more. So coaching season has arrived. It's time to get going. So if you've been looking for a life coach, it's another thing that you can work with me on. I think that's everything I should tell you. Oh, there's a sale right now that's 22% off, but I think I'm going to go ahead. No, I know I'm going to go ahead and update that to 30% off for the rest of the month. So all you have to do is just add whatever you want to your cart, and then the discount will show up in the cart and let you know how much you've saved. Not everything will qualify for the discount, so just make sure you check your cart to see if the discount does apply. My email is thefierygrace@gmail.com. If you email me, please understand I get between 20 and 100 emails every day, and it's a lot to keep up with in addition to all the other stuff that I do. So if you email me for just personal stuff, lightworker stuff, I will get back to you as soon as I can, which may not be very soon. But if you email me and we're working together, I do go back through my emails. I do my best to kind of keep up with everything before I do your readings and stuff like that. So I will reach out to you once you make your purchase and email you, and you can respond there, or you can always just reach out beforehand as you're making your purchase and let me know what's going on. if you do email me here, by the way, you get an auto reply that lets you know kind of the booking steps and what it's like to work with me. Okay. And then here we have PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. These are the different places I'm able to accept funds. And this is it right now, guys. So if you can't do this way, you don't have to have an account to go through PayPal. So just remember that. Okay. I think that's everything. Seminar week is next week, guys. I'm super excited. Those of you who've been asking about the Living the Dream seminar, I wasn't going to have one, but I got enough people asking about them that are asking about that seminar that I added it back. So please do go ahead and get that registered and get yourself set up. And 30% off starts at noon, I guess. Yeah, in a few minutes. I'm going to go update it on the website before I go to bed. And don't forget that I make runes, and I don't just do readings. I do coaching sessions, long-term coaching, all that. Okay? I think that's everything. I love you. I hope that this reading kind of gave you some clarity. And I know that it probably still isn't much like what you are used to if you watch other readers who focus a lot on karmic situations. But I really believe this was a powerful message. So if you think it was as well, please do like it. Please do share it with anyone who you believe is in a karmic situation that might have some of these kinds of questions, especially those who you might believe need to learn a little bit more about how to approach karmic things from a place of love rather than from a place of like hatred or anger or even kind of that standoffish energy. Okay. So please do. I so appreciate you. Thank you all for those of you who are members and have clicked that join button and went through and said, Fiery Grace, I'm going to support you with this monthly contribution. Thank you so much, you guys. Doing this helps me so much to remember why I do what I do. It keeps these readings free for those who may not ever be able to afford a personal reading, let alone to have to pay to watch my readings, that I put out on YouTube. So by you supporting this channel, you're not just supporting me, you're also supporting the collective. And it's just a beautiful encouragement. I think I have like 100 members now. You guys are amazing. So thank you so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. I welcome you. And if you wonder why I say I love you, it's because I do. Whenever I meet any of my clients, like when someone kind of new comes along, or, maybe we've been doing readings, like pre-recorded readings, and then we finally do like a live session, no matter how different our personalities, our cultures, whatever, I always connect. And it's just such a beautiful energy. And I love you guys. I legitimately believe that because I continue to experience that when I do meet people, that anyone who's drawn to my channel, I probably love you and you probably love me. One of my mods told me one day that we probably I think she said we shared a bottle of wine in a past life, or that if we'd ever met, we definitely would have been sharing a bottle of wine. And I just agree. I think you guys are dope. So thank you for everything you do to support the channel. Thank you for sharing videos like this in particular that are going to get through to people who may not know about, the twin flame mission, may not have a divine masculine like Mr. Lightwork that they can watch readings and videos from. When you like, share, subscribe, comment, when you do all those kind of normal YouTube things for a collective channel like this that's more light worker focused and that's more about uplifting the twin flame collective rather than tearing things down and focusing on and nitpicking on the negative stuff, you shift the entire collective energy. So thank you for supporting channels like this. I love you so much, and I will talk to you soon. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Enjoy your weekend. And again, wherever you are, good morning, good night, good evening. It's Fiery Grace the Gifted. I'm out.